Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah. Asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Asyhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Hayya 'alas shalah. Hayya 'alas shalah. Hayya 'alal falah. Hayya 'alal falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
Alhamdulillah nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Wa asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lahu wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu al-mab'utsu baina yaday as-sa'ah da'iyan ila Allah bil hikmati wal mau'izatil hasanah. Allahumma shalli wa sallim wa barik alaihi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'ahu wa ala. Amma ba'du fa ya ibadallah, usikum wa nafsi bitaqwallah wa huthukum ala ta'atillahi wa ta'ati rasulih la'allakum turhamun. Qala Allah Ta'ala fi kitabil karim a'udzu minash shaitanir rajim wa ati'u Allah wa rasula la'allakum turhamun. And dear brothers, first of all, we praise and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all his blessings. And we also invoke peace and blessing upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, upon his family, his companions, and all those who follow him doing good deed till the day of judgment. Today I would like to talk about how to deal with differences. Allah SWT said in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat 213, أعوذ من الشيطان الرجيم. كان الناس أمة واحدة فبعث الله النبيين مبشرين ومنذرين وأنزل معهم الكتاب بالحق ليحكم بين الناس فيما اختلفوا فيه وما اختلف فيه إلا الذين أوتوه من بعد ما جاءتهم البينات بغيا بينهم فهدى الله الذين آمنوا لما اختلفوا فيه من الحق بإذنه والله يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. Which means mankind or human beings were one ummah, one nation. Then Allah raised prophets, giving good news and warning. And He sent down with them the book in truth, that they may judge between people regarding what they dispute about. And no one dispute about it except those who have been given the book. After all the clear signs have come to them because of envy against each other. So Allah guided those who believe what they dispute about from the truth with His permission, with Allah's permission. And Allah guides whomever He will to a straight path. As the Prophet Muhammad said, "Kullukum min Adam, wa Adam min turab. فلا فضل لعربي على عجمي إلا بالتقوى." All of you from Adam, or Adam, and Adam is from dust. So there is no superiority of an Arab over or above the non-Arab except with taqwa, with God consciousness, with piety. So we are all children of Adam, meaning one nation, even one family. And then Allah raised prophets among human beings. Why? To remind human beings of the covenant they made with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Allah picked the seed of human being from the loin of their father, Allah called the soul of the human being, asking them to witness, saying, "Alastu bi rabbikum?" Qalu bala shahidna. Allah asked, "Am I not your Lord or your God?" And they said, "Yes, you are. We bear witness. We testify." So all the soul of human being at that time, when Allah just picked the seed from the loin of our father, soul answered Allah in the same way, "Bala shahidna." That's true, you are our Lord. We bear witness. We testify. But when Allah created our bodies in the womb of our mother and breathed this ruh into it, and then we start forgetting. Why we forget? It is a test from Allah. So Allah had reason to raise prophet to remind us. Because Allah said, "Alladhi khalaqal mauta wal hayata liyabluwakum ayyukum ahsanu amala." So the one who created death and life to test you, which one of you is better in deed or in action, in conduct. That's what it is, though, because it is a test. So Allah cause us to forget. We forget, and then there's a reason for raising the prophet to remind us. Because it is a test whether when we are reminded we follow those prophets or not. That's our personal choice. Because Allah has given the freedom. So we we go through all those tests in fairness. Okay, without by choice, not by force. That we can choose. That's why Allah has given the freedom to make a choice. That's what it is. So, but Allah raised the Prophet, and then the people started getting divided. This is the problem. While we belong to the same family, the family Adam alayhi salam. And Allah said here, even the people become divided and fall into dispute when the clear signs have come to them, when they have knowledge. So at that time, that is why you see the Prophet prophesied that, for example, his ummah will be divided. For still the same reason. Because people who have been given knowledge sometimes think they know everything. So other people, they don't know. This is the problem. Well, Islam is a big thing. It is impossible for a single person to grasp the whole lot about Islam, especially as regard the law, as regard what is halal and haram, what is valid and invalid, what is good, what is bad. Imam Shafi'i rahimahullah received a letter from a ruler. So questioning about what people at that time had been doing. Some people say, oh, we have to follow certain madhab or school of thought. Some say, no, we can't just follow the Quran direct because we have no Quran hadith all compiled, written. We could. Why not follow direct to be united? It's a very good idea. But Imam Shafi'i, in reply, he wrote a book. Not just one sentence. He wrote a book called Ar-Risala, which is used today as the foundation of how to form the rulings regarding certain matters. They call Usulul Fiqh, the foundation of jurisprudence. So he wrote a book in reply to that. Among other things, he said that, look, the Arabic is a unique language, has very broad meaning. So one word, may have more than one meaning. Sometimes same word have two opposite meanings. So if two opposite meaning, if you want to follow, which one you follow? That's how Arabic is. One word have two opposite meanings. For example, in the Quran, about Allah mentioned about the divorcee or the divorced woman, how long they have to wait until they can get married again. Because thalathata quru, the word quru, have two opposite meanings. According to Imam Shafi'i, quru means few period. But according to Abu Hanifa, quru means what you call menstrual period. When a woman has menses, that quru. Can you see the opposite meaning? Imam Shafi'i also said, look, sometimes even the commandment of the prohibition, sometimes it is specific, sometimes it is in general. Sometimes it's meant to mean what you call it, intended to mean obligation, sometimes the recommendation. Not all the commandments falsely. So he mentioned everything. And there is a what you call khas and am. They mean what is specific or general. And there is a nasir when mansukh. Although still written in the Quran, but the ruling of that ayat sometimes has been abrogated by the ayat revealed later. So many things he mentioned that he wrote a book in reply to that idea. Why not just follow Quran? You understand? That is why hence we see many madhabs. Of course, the major madhab in Islam, in Sunni Islam, are Mazhab al-Hanafi, and Maliki, Shafi'i, and Hanbali. That four major. There are more. So you see, when people have knowledge, they have different way of understanding. But ulama in the past, they don't call each other names. Not like today. Oh, you are kafir, you are mushrik, this bid'ah. In the past now, Imam Shafi'i said, our opinion is true, but can be wrong. And the opinion of other is wrong, but can be true. That's what he said. Meaning, they respect each other. Or one more thing I mentioned to you, for example, they based on the same ayat. Because the time is very short, just one more thing I mentioned in the Quran. About, or among other things that break the wudu, nullify the wudu. Allah said in the Quran, Allah said like that, or la mastumun nisa, or you touch women. That's the word of the Quran. But the ulama have different way of understanding that word, or interpreting the same word. For example, Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik, for example, they explain the word by the deed or the action of the prophets. So they said, what is meant by touching there is not normal touch, but intercourse between husband and wife. Okay. They are called Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik. But Imam Ahmad said, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, it breaks if a person touches woman with desire. If no desire, no problem. But Imam Shafi'i said even in intentional, in what you call in intentional or touching without the deliberate, intention, break wudu. You understand? It's a kind of variation. Why? Because Imam Shafi'i is famous for being very careful. So instead of doing mistake, we better stay away from the limit. Okay. You understand? But all said the truth by a different way, according to their mental attitude toward the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's all. But people started fighting. Inshallah, next time we continue again because this time is very short. But you have to understand, it doesn't matter who you follow, because there's no clear-cut or explicit commandment that you must follow certain madhab. No, of course. But in implicit, yes, Allah mentioned about, for example, وَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ فَإِنَّكُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ فَإِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. So, وَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. So say, ask those of dhikr, or you remember, those who have knowledge, if you don't know. That's the command of Allah. Meaning it is impossible for everybody to understand the whole lot about Islam. No. That's why Allah himself said in the Quran, وَاسْأَلُوا عَلَى الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. So ask those people of knowledge you don't know. Why? Because Allah has created human beings with different talents, different skills, different capabilities. So not everybody can become ulama. Some they have to go, to the ocean to sea to fish. Some they have to work on the farm. Some have to work in the market. Some, in building and so on and so forth, in mining. But Allah created human beings like that because human beings are social creatures. Meaning no single person can survive on his own without the others. Social creatures mean we depend on each other. Okay, we need everybody. Otherwise we can't survive. That's how it is. That's all I have to say. Barakallahu li wa lakum fi Qur'an azim. نفعل إياكم بما فيه من الآيات والذكر الحكيم وتقبل مني ومنكم تلاوته إنه السميع العليم. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات أستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ملك الحق المبين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صادق الوعد الأمين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه بإحسان يوم الدين. أما بعد فيا المسلمون اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم رض عن الخلفاء الراشدين المهتدين سادتنا أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعن سائر الصحابة أجمعين. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلى الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من الراشدين. اللهم فقنا في دين حقنا بالصالحين. اللهم وفقنا لما تحب وترضى. اللهم أعنا لذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من الراشدين. اللهم انصر إخواننا في كل مكان على أعدائهم يا الله يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم انصر إخواننا في فلسطين. اللهم انصر على أعدائهم الله وأعدائك يا رب العالمين. اللهم خذهم أخذ عزيز مقتدر. ربنا أتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. لذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.